check, check.
That's something I've always liked about your shooter rods too, is that they're not intrusive. I mean, they're handsome and they really add that extra little bit of a pizzazz, but they're still functional, right?
Yeah.
When you look at some of the ones that Stern makes, like that group head for Guardians of the Galaxy, oh, I hate grabbing that thing.
Well, the most important responsibility.
You're shaking the camera. Check, check. Check, check. Check. Hello. Hi. All right, you guys can go ahead and step over there, and then I'll cue you when we're ready. So remember to do the mic in front of you.
Yeah, I'm a bit of hard of hearing too, so if you don't mind, I will probably be kind of close to your face, etc.
Yeah, well, I've got hearing aids on, and I'm
It's
still
so
hard for me.
it's so loud in here, and I have some bad tinnitus. I used to play in some bands, and I was too cool to wear earplugs, and this ear is just.
Well, should I have these?
If you want to hold them, or we could step off camera to grab them. All right. Ah, yes. Sorry, there's a dead transistor I took out of a game earlier today. There's a whole gaggle. We're on? All right, I guess we're online, and there are people watching us right now. Hello, Bill. How are you?
I'm great. It's been a good show already, so.
It has been. You have the honor of being the first interview we've done at the Southern Fried Gaming Expo this year. How's that make you feel?
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Popular for
It's a good time. Okay, so you might not know the man, but you may know the product. Bill, what do you do in the pinball world?
Well, I started making pinball shooter rods when I bought a Lord of the Rings, and there wasn't anything available. And I came up with this concept that if I mounted a one ring on the shooter rod itself, every time I put the ball in play, I was in possession of the one ring of power. But then I had to let it go, which only two characters in the story were actually able to let it go voluntarily.
Unfortunately, if we want to play the game, we are forced to let go of the one ring at that point, but, you know.
So, yeah, it's been extremely popular, and what gave me the confidence to start this whole production was back in 2012, Marco decided to carry my shooter rods. And it's been a great relationship ever since. I think they've got about 15 on their price list right now out of, I think I've got over 400 different varieties of shooter rods. They come from collectors that put some of my shooter rods on their machines and then insist that I make ones for the ones that don't have machines. So I've got a lot of one-offs that I've done that I can't find the material anymore because I use licensed materials and then just mount them very, very particularly so that they feel good, so you can make an accurate skill shot, and they're durable enough to be in arcades. Well, I've had shooter rods in our local arcade for over 6 years, and they look just as good as when we put them on. Wizards World in Fort Wayne has over 100 of my shooter rods on their machines that are played constantly. See, right now, I think he's up to 140 machines, and he is open to put anything on that I come up with. So, a good customer. But I like to have fun with them. For instance, for Oktoberfest, I found this beer mug that has liquid in it and a foam, and so I mounted it up, and it's it's tough. I cover them with an epoxy resin, which is harder to scratch than glass, so it's it'll maintain its perfect feel for as long as you own it, because I insist that I don't want to have any unhappy customers. So if you don't like one of my shooter rods, even after a couple of years, just send it back, or if it has a problem, I'll replace it or give you your money back. They are totally guaranteed forever. Well, lifetime guarantee, my lifetime, because once I'm gone, that's
the process ends at that point, right?
Another one that's kind of fun was this hourglass, which is actually like a 16-second glass. I didn't make it for any particular machine, but it's been a popular one. I don't know what they put it on, but
I was looking at it with the clock, and I said, well, Twilight Zone has a bit to do with the clock, but then you said time machine, and I think that's a much more clever application.
Yeah. Yep, that probably fits better. This Mustang shooter rod is actually from a keychain that they handed out at the top of the Empire State Building at the 50th anniversary of the Mustang, and they also introduced the Mustang Stern machine there. In fact, I met the tech that was involved in bringing the machines and getting them operational. They were on the floor right below the big party. But for that party, they actually disassembled an entire Mustang, new one, hauled it up the elevator, reassembled it, then took it apart and brought it back down.
That's dedication.
But they handed out these keychains, and so it's got a real connection to the car being at the event. Of course, all these things are really limited edition, so I don't know how long that will last. Marco has just decided to add 3 more shooter rods of the current machines, so our relationship has continued to continue.
Become more fruitful as time goes on.
That's what I'm really proud of. It's a coin that commemorates the seance that is held every year by the Academy of the Magical Arts in California, and they hold a seance on Halloween night at midnight to try to contact Houdini, because Houdini and his wife had made an agreement that whoever dies first will try to contact the other on Halloween night at midnight, if it's all possible. So Houdini's wife did it for 10 years, and then she gave up. But after that, the Academy continued the seance, inviting all the top magicians in the world to attend. And I suspect that anybody who gets an invitation is there for that seance in case they really do contact them after this 100 years.
Absolutely.
But a real connection. These are all limited edition. In fact, I can't get any more of this version.
Well, so wait, you're not a magician and you weren't invited to said seance?
No, I wasn't, unfortunately. I learned a couple of magic tricks because it entertains kids, and I was a Cub Master in the Scouts for a while. I'll tell you, if you want to quiet a pack of Cub Scouts, all you have to do is whisper, "Would you like to see some magic?" And all of a sudden it's dead quiet.
Wow.
You don't have to say, "Shut up,"
I feel like I just learned a parenting trick for if I ever have a child. I just need to learn some magic. So the ones that we just put into stock, you were holding up before.
Yeah.
Well, we have we brought 2 Mandalorian shooter rods and a
two
Deadpool.
Mandalorian shooter rods. Again, these are coins that commemorate the Mandalorian.
Forged from real Beskar, right?
Yeah, great. And this comes from a keychain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so I knock off all the things and polish the edges. In fact, most of the time spent on these things is polishing them to a perfect finish, because that's what I feel is important. The feel of the shooter rod is probably the most important part of it, because the most important responsibility of a shooter rod is to make an accurate skill shot. And to put your hands on a sticky one or something that you just can't get an accurate release is unacceptable to me.
We were talking about that. I always feel, and I agree full-heartedly, that the shooter rod is your first connection to the game, and if it's a unenjoyable interaction, it sours and tarnishes the rest of the experience. And I do appreciate that you're saying the polishing and the feel, like they do feel good in the hand. Not all pinball modifications are created equal, but these are created to a very high standard if you have never seen one. You did tell me there are a lot of these in free play arcades, coin play arcades, and the failure rate is?
Yeah, excuse me?
The failure rate is?
I maybe have taken 2 back for the whole.
Over how many years?
Actually, those didn't come from the arcades. It was from private owners that had dropped them on concrete.
And there you go.
They don't tell me how this thing broke, but when you see a dent in these things, and they're really tough to dent, that happened. But I don't ask any questions. It's just, if it's broken, I'll fix it, no problem. And the fact is that the shooter rod is one of the most exposed parts on a pinball machine, so it's got to be tough.
Absolutely. Yeah, it only takes a few people walking by or something to bump into it, and yeah, they do. They take the brunt of all damage. Stuffing one in your car and pushing it too far, hitting it with the tailgate of the truck or something, right? But going forward, so you don't always have a plan in mind. You get inspired and you said, that would make a fun shooter rod, let's do that. Yeah. Obviously with the Mandalorian, we have a pinball game. Some of these are more just your creative side.
It's more, when I come up with an idea, I've got to make it in order to get that out of my mind. So, it's more sanity control for me. And then I started to get requests for machines that don't have a shooter rod on them. In fact, one guy said, well, can I put this shooter rod on my Medieval Madness, even though it's a launch button? And I said, well, you could probably get all of the mechanism and so forth, but so I started making launch buttons as well. So launch and start buttons, and I've got a whole line of those, although you probably have to come over to my booth to see them in operation.
If people aren't at these shows, and if maybe the things we have on our website, if that's not what they're looking for, where can people find the rest of your products?
We have a website, superskillshot.com, all one word. And of course, you can find part of it on Marco's website. So about 15 of my most popular shooter rods are on that. So
excellent. If you can't find it here, superskillshot.com. You can check out all the cool stuff that Bill makes. I feel like I could talk to you for a long time, but I think we do have a bit of a schedule of people to get up here. Bill, it was really nice to talk to you.
We'll be in Chicago
So okay, the next couple shows you'll be at will be
Chicago, and we'll be in Houston this
Houston?
year. So yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome. I've never been to the Chicago Expo, but the Houston Pinball and Arcade Expo is one of my favorites. So I will see you hopefully in a few months at both of those. Thank you, Bill. I can help you carry these guys off.
All right. That was a great interview with Bill Hansen and his skill shot shooters, super skill shot shooter rods, superskillshot.com. We're going to bring on Kim, who is running our awesome Guardians of the Galaxy contest today, and then we'll get to another interview after that. Crystal, can you get Kim to come over here and explain her format? Or hey, wait, you take her the mic and I'm gonna cut over to y'all.
Okay.
So like each mode has different things that you want to do.
So we're gonna talk about what we're doing here a little
nice.
bit. So we're gonna explain the format, explain what's going on. Look at that ring camera.
Back to Emma.
So what have we got going on here?
So we are doing a little bit of a free tournament. It's for funsies tournament called The Price is Right. So we set up a score, and anybody who gets as close as possible to that score after, a certain amount of people try it, wins a prize.
It's kind of fun because it's like the pros have to slow themselves down, and then anybody who maybe not be great at pinball has to really challenge themselves to, pay attention to the DMD or the display screen. And it's this is one of my favorite tournament formats. It's a lot of fun.
I think it's between this and stall ball.
Yeah, stall ball is awesome too. We'll do stall ball later.
At some point.
Yeah. But we got cameras on, so we're gonna see who the winner is. I know we got some prizes. It'll be great. So if you're watching this and you're in Atlanta, come down and play this because it's fun. And who doesn't love playing pinball with a challenge? This gentleman's on his ball one. He still has a hill to climb. He's all right. He's doing all right.
Looks exciting. You guys gonna find some players? I see some walking up, some Cola Bells walking up behind there. So is this guy in the tournament?
Can I head over to Bill's booth for a minute?
Yes. Oh, Kyle, you're gonna do him next.
Me and Crystal, or just me?
You.
Okay. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm totally fine.
All right, give us some commentary, Crystal.
Right? Yeah.
Commentary. What is this guy doing right
He's playing pinball. He's got a multi-ball. I think he's in Groot. Is it Groot? He's at 10. So the score to beat is 49 and change. I don't know why Kim made it so specific. Probably because she just said, let's just put some numbers up and see what we got.
now? I can't even get 49 million. That's high.
It is high. We were talking about maybe lowering it down to like 8. That's too easy. Maybe like 30. Maybe 20.
He's still going. What ball is he on?
So he's on ball 2. I can't see. Add a ball. He's just added a ball. He's in Groot.
49 is easy to get. Yeah, when you're a pro.
I mean, this guy's still on ball 1, so
Oh, good player.
he really needs to pay attention to what's up. Is he in ball 1? I can't tell. Screen's a little tough to read. We got Kim in the background trying to recruit people. He's at 32. He needs to stop because his bonus.
Does he know the rules?
I think he does. I think Kim explained it to him. Yep.
Oh God, he's getting close. Oh yeah, you have to factor in bonus. How do you factor in bonus?
Oh, you better stop. You better stop. Oh, yep, he went over. Holy crap. Holy moly. I could say holy crap.
I don't think he's playing.
I don't think he's playing. He's not playing the game. He's just playing Guardians of the Galaxy at this point.
Go walk over there with Cam.
He went past the score.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're still rocking and rolling, dude.
Yeah,
That
you
looks
can still
awesome.
play.
Okay, this is a great score.
He's like, I'm not stopping. I'm
Yeah,
doing
no.
well. Why would I stop?
So the goal would be to
Maybe
start getting there and drain.
learn
Yeah.
how to drain.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's tough because your bonus can put you over.
Yeah.
exactly.
So,
Well, so with this one, especially once you complete a mode, there's a certain amount of bonus, and it carries over every single ball. So like if you finish Quill's Quest, a lot of the times it'll give you 18, 19 million,
No matter what,
and then
it's
it'll give
drained.
that to you every single
Right.
ball. So you can very quickly
Exactly.
overextend yourself. Well, now he's just rocking and rolling. He's killing it now.
this is his ball 1, isn't it?
Ball 2.
This ball 2, okay. Still good. Wow.
I think somebody went over. We
Yeah.
are streaming on MarcoTV. So we're going kind of back and forth between some interviews that we have set up and then our little for funsies tournament.
So when you play this game, like as a challenge or just as like in a tournament, what mode do you start with?
So my strategy is a little bit different than I think a lot of people's strategies. I always start with Quill's Quest. Doesn't matter if I finish it or not with that 2-ball. And then I'll try to combo my first group multi-ball with Quill. Afterwards, if I do my thing right, I will have Quill's bonus throughout the rest of the game. And then I switch over to Yaka Arrow, and then I do Yaka Arrow.
Yeah, yeah.
He's ready. He's ready. I do Yaka Arrow. I do Pod Chase with the second Groot, and then I finish with Drax, maybe with an Orb multi-ball, but Drax by itself, and then I'll do Cherry Bomb.
My favorite thing about this game is that everybody has a very precise, and it's like boom, boom, boom. If not A, then B.
Yep.
It's great. It's one of the reasons why I love this game.
Yeah, I love Guardians of the Galaxy because of all the all the programming developments, and like when it first came out, it was very bare bones and it was very sad.
It was Groot, 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 Groot.
Yeah, it was just Groot. But then when they started developing like the modes and the structure of like how to do this and do this, it was like they opened up a bunch of different roads to get to the same goal. And I really like that because I hate like a very linear game where it's like everybody knows that you have to do this to get to it, or you have to do this one. It's like, I'm gonna take the scenic route. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Hey, you
It only takes 1 ball.
it's very well poised.
Stream favorite hair of the day. Oh,
Ball safe, ball safe.
yeah, yeah. So, okay, so he can get 2 more balls locked and start Groot, and then he might be able to make some money. Paired with, a valiant effort. At least your hair looks good. Yeah. Kim's over here trying to get people in. So it's a challenge. It's Price is Right rules, so if you could get as close to this score without going over, you get a prize. I'm gonna give it a shot.
We have like the Black Knight, Swords of Rage translite. We have a Storm T-shirt. We have one of the Transformers toys. So just like little shit. Stuff. Like,
That's okay.
So if I hit it dead on, can I have the pin?
Oh,
I
we're
wish.
not at liberty.
Yeah, I wish. I'd be playing my heart out.
Yeah.
Why do they have to be so expensive? Why?
You know, I don't know, man.
Eight to 9,000.
I think this guy's actually
Maybe
5,700.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
Well, a lot of the newer games too. So like TMNT, Avengers, they're all around 5,700-ish.
Where do you buy them at?
So you can definitely go to our friends over. His name is James. So we're doing this in conjunction with Classic Game Rooms, which is this is our kind of joint setup here. But he's the gentleman to talk to when it comes to.
That's just how it started.
Oh. Oh. I'm running out of fingers. Wait. Which one's me? Oh, there we go. All right. So while those people are playing The Price is Right, trying to win some awesome Stern swag, Kyle is with Matt Morrison, one of the Pinball Network correspondents. So let's go over there and see what they're doing. Can you bring this mic to Kyle?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I interviewed Ben Heck a few months ago. Yeah. And that was like the first time I used the microphone, and it was so hard for me to do this.
Yeah,
I just couldn't but Emoto taught me it's this. You have to go a wrist. And you don't move your arm, just a wrist. Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah. You just don't think about it, though.
I don't. I'm watching people hold microphones my entire life, but you just don't notice that kind of shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was the second interview I did.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's intimidating. We're on? Hi, Internet. We were just talking about Ben Heck and how fun he is to talk to. Who am I standing next to with this microphone?
I am Matt Morrison, TPN correspondent, and pinball enthusiast.
Excellent. That's a great introduction. What brings you here to the Southern Fried Gaming Expo this fine Saturday?
Well, I'm within driving distance of this one, and just here to check out the CGC seminar, check out Halloween and Ultraman, and play a little Guns N' Roses too.
Have you played Guns N' Roses yet?
A little bit before, just
Okay.
a little bit, yeah.
This is I think I played it in Pennsylvania a little bit, but I've spent a little time on it today. I don't understand what's going on. In 1 minute or less, what do you think of the Halloween and Ultraman combo? Because I think you said you have one on order.
I do have one on order. If they can get the code fleshed out a little bit deeper, I think it's going to be a killer game. Shoots well, a lot of fun to play, but it's a bit of a longer player if you're decent.
Yeah, there's a few risky shots, but I do enjoy. It makes me feel like I am good at pinball when I can keep that thing on the playfield.
Yeah, sure.
What is your background in pinball? What got you into this world?
Yeah, just when I was in college, I played some games out on route, and I got hooked on Simpsons Pinball Party, and then waited till I had enough money to start buying machines and bought a Taxi and a Ghostbusters, and it's all downhill from there.
Yeah, I shared the quip, and I say this all the time, but I'm going to continue saying it so everyone remembers. I know a couple people with one pinball game. I know nobody with two pinball games, and I know a lot of people with more than three. So, welcome to the thing.
Yeah, definitely.
What is your era? What games do you like the most? What evokes the most passion?
Yeah, early on, I really liked System 11 because they were cheap and you could fix them up, and I really enjoyed that. And then I moved to WPC and bought a few Sterns here or there, but now it's mostly newer games just because the depth of code. I really need that super deep, rule set to keep me enthused for the long haul. Yeah.
Enthused for the long haul because it's a game you have at home, or is it because you like delving in? Are you a tournament player? Do you?
Little tournament. I just need that wizard mode to be a little far out because on Whitewater or Circus Voltaire, I'm gonna get there in a couple days.
Yeah. That's the problem with those 90s games is I can't tell you how many times I've toured the mansion or opened the door of imagination. I'm not even that good, but they're just shallow. Not in a bad way, but...
No. Yeah, definitely. I mean, Twilight Zone's one of my favorite themes, one of my favorite machines. So that's the only Williams game I've kept throughout the years. But it just kind of has a special place for me. But you know, it's hard to have only so much room, and then it's full of Williams games, and you're like beating them all the time.
Yeah. Having variety is the spice of life, as some people say. What got you started in the world of the pinball media, correspondence, etc.? Is there a story there? Or?
Yeah. I met Zach Minnie through Straight Down the Middle, and then he started doing the pinball show, and he needed somebody to co-host one week, so I jumped in, bought a mic, and then we just stayed in touch ever since. And now I'm the correspondent for CGC, and I do an interview series on TPN.
Get some any good quips today? Have you this weekend heard any hot, spicy news?
Oh, yeah. Well, if you haven't been watching the news, Deep Root is folding.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, breaking news.
Gosh, goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, that's folding. CGC is now assembling a second line. Cactus Canyon's been announced officially. So, yeah, there's a lot going on.
It is, for a year that seems like it's kind of slow and full of bad news of not being able to get pinball games off the line fast enough, etc. Some exciting things going on. Too bad they don't have the game here, but in due time, I'm sure we'll see.
Very soon.
Yeah.
4 to 6 weeks, supposedly. We'll see it.
Excellent. Yeah. What have you enjoyed playing? Have you got a lot of time to play here at all this weekend? I've
been playing a lot. There's a killer Whirlwind over there, really, and I've had that game twice, but it always brings back fond memories to play it on the location. Mando's great, enjoying that. Halloween. Been playing mostly Halloween and Ultraman just to see how I'm going to feel about that long term.
Yeah, it must be weird. I mean, being able to, having to buy, get in position to buy a game that you've never even played before.
It's pretty insane. Like, I mean, that amount of money, and you're like, well, I guess I have to get it. You know, have to throw my money in the ring if I even want a chance at getting it. So luckily it panned out for the most part.
Well, that's what I was telling Bug, just how proud I am of the company to be able to build out to that amount of games and be able to deliver. They feel like they can, and Spooky's never not delivered. It's pretty magical.
Yeah, it's definitely their best shooting game, I think. The upper playfields are challenging, which gives a little balance to the lower playfield being kind of easy.
The double spinner on the top level is one of my favorite combos.
Do you know the name of the double spinner? It's called the butt pretzel.
The butt pretzel?
Ask Bug. Yep.
Oh, the butt pretzel.
Yeah, affectionately called the butt pretzel.
Huh. Well, I see it now. I do see the butt pretzel. I think y'all need to come down and see it from multiple angles.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any content on that game. I didn't watch Jack Danger play it or anything. I really wanted to be surprised. Did you watch those streams?
I watched just a tick of it. I didn't see much of Ultraman. I just watched a little bit of Halloween, and then I was like, nope, I know I'm going to Southern Fried now. I'm going to play it. Just shut it down. Yeah.
That's the thing. I like with Spooky's model, though. You put up your spot in good faith. I'm going to buy this without seeing the game, without playing the game, and I think that speaks a lot to what they've been able to achieve and what they put out, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think the confidence is in the company and their customer support. Those games have actually held up extremely well all weekend. I've just seen a few minor tweaks here and there, so that's impressive. If you're on the list to get one, I think it's probably going to hold up pretty well for you.
I forgot the gentleman's name, but one of their new electrical engineers is here, and he was showing me some of their new hardware. I guess Ben and someone else designed some of the new hardware the games are running on.
Yes.
Interesting, but the fact that they haven't had any failures like that, and these things have been being played double-digit hours all day, I think they were saying that only one opto board failed or something, and it's impressive.
Yeah, it is impressive. I mean, it's been 3 people deep probably, since yesterday and today, so it's getting hammered. It's getting hammered.
What else have you experienced at the show yet? Have you delved into any of the other halls, board gaming, console gaming, or anything?
I'm going to go back out and check out the board games. It looks like a couple interesting ones out there. I've recently kind of got into some of that, so I bought a Big Trouble in Little China game. That was really cool. So I'm looking to dip my foot further in the water of those. So yeah, I'm gonna bounce out there.
Yeah, it's neat. There's a lot of board games. This is a neat show for people that like games, not just electronic games, all games. Well, to let you get back out there, really quick, you are from
the Pinball Network,
but you live
in Asheville, North Carolina.
What is the pinball scene like in Asheville?
Booming. Yeah, the tournament scene's huge. There's a location, Retrocade. It's in West Asheville, Haywood Road. It's grown to 15 to 20 some players every week. and Mike's got a really good lineup now there. So that's a really great location if you're close and you want to play in a tournament on Wednesday. We still have the Pinball Museum. There's level 256, and there's a really great sub shop that he's starting to put more and more games in. Silver Ball Sub, so a big shout out to Tobias there. So yeah, the scene's great. A lot of good locations.
I like Silver Ball Subs. What a great name.
Yeah, good subs, and he's got like all the Elwyn games and a few others. So,
Well, I know what I will be doing when I go to Asheville next. Sounds like there's a lot of pinball amongst the beer and the hiking and the outdoors and all the wonderful things it has to offer. Thank you for letting me awkwardly push this microphone in your face.
you're welcome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Internet.
Great job with Kyle and Matt Morrison, TPN correspondent. We're going back to the Guardians of the Galaxy Price is Right challenge with Kim. I'm going to pass the microphone to Crystal, and she's going to get a quick update on see if we have any winners. And oh, I know that guy.
This fellow looks awfully close. Oh, he went over with the bonus. So close. It's great. We should see if we could do multiplayer.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do a multiplayer.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if he wanted to do it by himself. Did you want to play in a group together? Because we're trying to get like people to kind of go up. So I didn't know if you wanted to play with the group.
Yeah.
Ready? 4 players?
All right. What's your name?
Callie.
And you're up, all right?
All right.
You got the rules, you know everything?
I got the rules.
You ready?
Am I allowed to tilt?
No. I'm sticking to my guns on that one. I say no to the tilting.
What if I accidentally tilt?
If it's an honest accidental tilt, then fine. If I see you rocking and rolling, then maybe not. All right. I know. I picked a very weird score, I've been told. So all of this is about strategy, about trying to figure out which ones to try, like what mode to do. You kind of don't want to do Peter Quill right now because the bonus is too big on him. She picked Ronin.
Okay.
Which is a nice one because if you don't complete the mode, it starts all over again. Like it doesn't save your progress.
Okay.
So we had one gentleman that was playing beforehand that he was like this
I
close.
saw he was at like 42 when his ball ended,
And
his
then-
bonus
and then-
went to 60 or
Yeah, because he
something.
completed quills.
Yeah. Next up, who do we
All right.
got?
Hi, sir. So
There.
what is your name?
I'm Joe.
Joe?
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Joe.
Nice to meet you.
So you understand the rules of the game?
Yes.
All right. Good luck. I don't know why this is completely deflated though. Like a little bit. It's like tilted. It's that camera. It's that camera, so it's like facing this way.
Must not be able to see it. Where's it at?
Oh, we got Bug. All right.
All right, we're going back to the interviews while they still play. We're trying to get a winner for The Price is Right. We're going to set up Crystal to interview Bug McBride, the newest addition to the Atlanta scene, Blue Ghost Arcade.
All right, ready?
I'll cue you when you're up.
Okay.
Okay, just relax. We're just going to have a conversation.
Does this look good, Emoto? We are here with Bug McBride, who is the proprietor of Blue Ghost Arcade.
Correct.
Awesome. So what are you doing here at Southern Fried?
Just checking out all the games, meeting the people, and yeah. Just
Did you bring any games?
I got my own at Joust over there.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. What have you enjoyed the most so far about Southern Pride?
Interacting with the people. I mean, last year was rough on everybody. So, you know, I've ran into a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. Playing the games, of course, checking out the new pinballs that I haven't had a chance to play yet.
Yeah.
So,
What have you enjoyed the most so far as like new pinball that maybe you haven't played before?
the Mandalorian. That was a lot of
Mandalorian.
fun. Yep. Oh, yeah, and I really enjoyed the Stranger Things Premium Edition. That was
Oh, yeah.
cool with the projector.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had not seen that yet. That was cool.
That's really cool. Did you go in the booth that we got?
Yep.
Yeah, lots of fun. That's so cool. So tell me a little bit about Blue Ghost.
So we're a free play arcade. We've got 4D Classic arcade and pinball machines. We also have board games, over 80 of those, full bar. We also have console games, everything back from the NES up to the present PS5s.
That's great. Let's see. Sorry, I just blanked for a minute. I'm so sorry. It's okay. So how long has Blue Ghost been open?
Only 2.5 months.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
Thank you. So, yeah, so we were planning to pop open the doors and everything right before COVID hit, and we had to put everything on hold. So,
Where are you located, Marietta?
Woodstock, Woodstock, Georgia.
Woodstock. That's
So,
awesome.
north of Atlanta.
That's so good. I'm so glad you guys are open. Do you guys have like so is it like pay to play and then everything's free?
So yeah, so $15 gets you in the door. We do have monthly and yearly memberships coming very soon. So look for our social media on that. So Blue Ghost Arcade. Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you have rotating games that you plan to like rotate in and out, or is pretty much what's on the floor is on the floor?
Oh, we're going to be rotating out pretty much. Since we've opened, we've already put out 2 more pinball machines, a couple of our new arcade games. You know, I'm also in the midst of building a custom Scott Pilgrim cabinet, which people seem to be really excited about. So, yeah.
So terrific. I know that in my experience with going to different arcades and stuff, a rotating floor is definitely something that people appreciate, especially if they become regulars, because they'll find like, oh wow, even just moving one machine to the other side of the room.
Yeah, or bringing in a new one that is not on the floor and, you know, putting the other one away for a little bit. Yeah.
Are you going to buy anything here?
I'm sure I will.
Jesus, probably. That's great. That's so terrific. All right. Yeah. What else? I don't know. Kyla's so much better at this than I am. Like, okay. Well, it was a pleasure to talk with you, Bug. Thank you so much for meeting with us. I'm so glad that your arcade is open and doing well. It's always nice to see more arcades out there. So go to Blue Ghost if you're in Georgia.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, Bug. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet both of you.
Thanks,
so much.
Bug. Great job, Crystal. All right, we're back to the Guardians of the Galaxy Price is Right challenge.
Oh, we got a big group.
Yeah, we got a lot of people ready to play now. So let's go find out if there's any winners yet.
So, what are our scores looking like here?
Well, it's looking like, she was getting real close. We have one more ball left.
Oh, we're already on ball 3.
Yeah, this is going to be ball 3 for our 3-player group. We have another 3-player group coming in after that.
Okay, we got Callie up.
Callie is up. She's still doing Ronin. Again, it's a smart choice because it's such a short mode that once the timer runs out, you would have been able to effectively pick another mode real quick.
Okay.
But unfortunately, she had a tough game.
This gentleman,
Yes, Joe.
Joe, thank you.
He actually bought his first pinball machine with us at Marco.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, like a long time ago. This is the couple that just recently like gave Dom like the money for another machine.
Oh.
Like Dom was really excited because he sold one.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's awesome. He's at Yaka, so he's in a multi-ball. He's in a multi-ball, so he needs to be real careful. This is one of the challenges, is if you get into a multi-ball and you're not paying attention to that score.
But or multi-ball is, I think, maybe a safer one because you have to hit that right there, and the jackpot diminishes the longer you don't hit it.
Okay.
So like, it might end up being a better multi-ball for him to play. because they kind of nerfed orb a little bit.
Yeah.
Because before it was a very big. Whoops, sorry. It was like a pretty hefty multi-ball to get, but they nerfed it just a little bit. Well, he has this 2 times jackpot lit. Ooh. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. Okay, all right. So we're starting to gain some points here. He's got to be careful.
If this wasn't Price is Right rules, this would be an amazing multi-ball.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh!
Nice. Very close.
I think that was Joe. Oh!
Oh!
That's so close!
Very close. Sorry, I just scraped into the bike. Okay, she's starting with quills, which is a very ballsy choice. She'll just do it and then end her ball. Ooh, nice shake 'em up.
She was trying to do post.
I saw that, yeah.
That was cute. I like it.
Oh, let's see what that bonus looks like.
Being a little fancy.
So it looks like Joe's gonna win something.
I think Joe's gonna win something here soon.
Yep.
I'm gonna let the next round of people go.
Okay, yeah, we'll let the next round of people go. Nice. Beat Joe's score. Only by a little bit. Okay, what's your name?
Doug?
Doug. All right, we got Doug up. Player 1. We got a 4-player game this time.
All right, so they went with Nowhere. Nowhere's a good one too because it's super easy to finish.
Yeah, I like matching Nowhere with my Groot.
Oh, is that what you?
Yeah. Usually I'll do Yaka first and then Nowhere with Groot. I don't know why. That's just what I like.
Yeah. You like what you like.
I do. I don't know if it means anything or if it's a good strategy, but woo, that's okay. We got 2 more balls.
Got 2 more balls. He's got 1 ball already locked. He only needs